Hi everyone. So we're going to talk about American Airlines cloud journey in driving customer-centric transformation. Okay. So an introduction to this topic is that as the airline industry increasingly depends on digital channels to meet customers' needs, American Airlines embarks on a journey to transform its customer experiences through cloud technologies. In collaboration with IBM, American Airlines migrated legacy applications to the cloud, adopting microservices architecture and innovative development methodologies. This report delves into various aspects of American Airlines cloud transformation, including workload identification, cloud service provider comparison, migration strategies, security and governance tool, and a final recommendation for the best CPS choice. Okay, so we're going to talk about the workload identification. So when we say workload identification, we mean the specific areas in which American Airlines has to improve. So the first area we're going to talk about is the customer-facing application. These are the applications directly accessed by the customers for various services and information related to their flights, booking, rebooking, and other travel-related needs. Secondly, we're going to talk about the dynamic rebooking application. By dynamic rebooking application is a specific customer-facing application designed to provide customers with the better self-service capabilities in the event of flight disruptions caused by major weather events. And thirdly, we have the ANA.com customer mobile and kiosk apps. These are digital platforms that customers use to access American Airlines services, make bookings, manage their reservations, and interact with the airline for various travel-related needs. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I am VENKAT and today I am going to discuss about comparison of some of leading cloud service providers. In today's technology-driven world, businesses are increasingly relying on cloud platforms to host their applications, store data, and scale their operations. As we explore these cloud giants, we'll gain insights into services. So let's deep dive into cloud service provider comparison. Let's start by exploring Amazon Web Services, commonly known as AWS. AWS offers a wide range of relevant services, including Amazon EC2 for scalable computing, Amazon RDS for managed database, AWS Lambda for serverless computing, and more. These services make AWS suitable for hosting various types of applications and workloads. For enterprises with diverse application needs, Amazon provides scalability, flexibility, and an extensive selection of services. As for subscription fees, it's important to note that AWS prices varies based on specific services used, instance types, storage, data transfer, and other factors. Moving on to Microsoft Azure, this cloud platform provides a suite for relevant services such as Azure Virtual Machines for scalable computing, and Azure SQL Database for managed databases, and Azure Functions for serverless computing. These features make Azure well suited for applications, particularly if the organization is heavily invested in Microsoft technologies and seeks seamless integration with Windows-based applications. Azure is a strong choice. Similar to other providers, Azure subscription fees are influenced by factors including the types of virtual machines, storage, data transfer, and specific services are employed. Lastly, let's explore Google Cloud Platform, commonly known as GCP. GCP offers services like Google Compute Engine for high performance computing, Cloud SQL for managed database, and Cloud Functions for serverless computing. These features cater to organizations looking for advanced machine learning capabilities and high performance computing resources. When it comes to subscription fees, we keep in mind that GCP pricing varies based on resources utilized, instance types, and storage, and other considerations. In conclusion, each of these major cloud service providers, AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud, presents a distinctive array of features, making them suitable for various application hosting needs. The appropriateness of each platform will depend on organization's technology stack, application requirements, and integration preferences. Thank you.
This is GURPREET. Uh, I'm going to explain the migration strategies and tools as in the group project for migration and strategies and migration strategies and tools are having like basically five of the migration strategies. The very first one is like lift and shift. So for the legacy applications that need, let's say, uh, uh, migrated like to be very quickly, that is the approach where lift and shift gonna comes in. That is the basic scenario. Moving on to the replatforming. So this involves making slightly modifications to the applications. And in that kind of scenario, let's say we just need to change a bit of a code. So we're just going to do the replatforming. And after that, repurchasing is one of the, let's say, migration strategies which I would say most of the bigger companies or mid-sized companies are opting the strategy as it probably need to repurchase all the infrastructure and softwares to existing softwares with the cloud native applications or alternatives. So moving on to the refactoring. So basically complete re-architecturing of the of an application uh, in order to make it, let's say, cloud native. So that where refactoring comes in. And then it's retire. So basically when any old or let's say unused application, legacy application, which is like not really required or no longer in need, then retire is the one which we gonna go for. Moving on to the next slide. So the next slide is like cloud security and governance tool comparison. So basically identity and access management like IAM. So that is the one of the concerns. So all three cloud platform, whether it's going to be, let's say, Google Cloud, AWS, or Azure, so they are providing us the they are offering us the IAM protection, so that we can have an access to the resources, roles, permissions, multi-factor authentications like MFAs, all of that. Along with that, like these clouds are already also offering us like network security. So AWS offers, let's say, VPC, that is virtual private cloud for network isolations, and then Azure provides like virtual networks, and similarly like Google Cloud offers virtual private cloud as well for the network security purposes. Moving on to the data encryption methods. So all the clouds are providing us like encryption at rest and encryption in transit as well. And depending on like what client needs, so depending upon the needs, like we would be able to go for that one. And then the bigger thing, which all the cloud providers are providing to every client, is basically logging and monitoring. So let's say AWS is providing CloudWatch, which gonna provide you all the logs and monitor the logs for yourself. And then Azure Monitor, Google Cloud Monitoring. These are like the tools. These clouds are providing the tools for monitoring and logging and alerting. So once you fill in the email addresses, let's say the company responsible person, the after the logging and monitoring, if anything goes wrong, they'll just gonna alert you on that particular email, like whatever you have provided. Last and but not the least one, compliance and governance. So each, let's say, cloud provider is having, uh, compliance certifications along with like tools to manage, comply with the compliances. So let's say if we're going to talk about GDPR, or I would say, let's say, Samba, as in the compliance in uh, UAE, and then GDPR is for Europe. So all the cloud providers having the compliance, they meet the compliance requirements like for that particular area. So if I'm gonna say about, let's say, in US, Canada, like they are probably kind of following NIST and IST, and then I would say for Canada, like they are having a different compliance as well in order to run securely. Run the cloud securely. So that was basically, let's say, my part to discuss with, and I'll be handing over to, let's say, SEMAL for the next slides to explain. All right, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is GHETIA SEMAL. Today I am going to talk about cloud service provider selection criteria and recommendation. The first one is workload requirements. Assess the specific requirements of American Airlines applications and workloads. The cost. Evaluate the pricing structure of each cloud service provider based on the expected usage. Global presence. Consider the availability of data centers and regions that align with American Airlines operational needs. The fourth one is security and compliance. Evaluate the CSP's security features, certificates, licenses, and compliance standards to ensure that they meet aviation industry regulations and service security requirements. Managed managed services. Consider the availability of managed services and tools that can simplify operations and development. In conclusion, American Airlines' journey towards enhancing customer experience through cloud technology presents a strategic and transformative step in the airline industry. The comprehensive assessment of cloud security and governance tools ensures a robust foundation for safeguarding customers customer data and adhering to industry regulations. Among the evaluated operations, Microsoft Azure stands out the recommended choice due to alignment with American Airlines operational needs, security considerations, hybrid capabilities, and seamless integration with legacy system. This is all about the cloud service provider, and that's it. Thank you so much.